This video is sponsored by Sunflex UK. It is one of the biggest questions in architecture. How do I get more likes on Instagram? No, I'm kidding. What architects really want to know is, why do building styles change and what is coming next? It might sound obvious because we're so used to the idea that different places or times have their own distinct architectural style. But why does that happen? Why didn't we stop at Georgian neoclassical and just keep making buildings like this? The two standard reasons that I learned in architecture school were new building methods and materials make different structures possible, and society changes over time, creating new requirements for different buildings. It's easy to understand how new materials might create new possibilities. But social change, that's a tricky one to explain, so I'm not going to try. What I will say is that thanks to social media like Instagram, both architects and clients are exposed to far more new ideas than they ever were in the past. The sheer volume of images from different buildings available on the Insta must dwarf anything that could have been available in print or TV just a generation ago, never mind the distant past. I've been a self-employed architect in the UK since 2009, and I specialise in altering and extending private homes. I've been lucky to have clients who are wealthy and sophisticated. Most of them use Instagram, and I've started taking more interest in the Insta myself recently. I've even got a real-life architect account. Check it out, there's a link in the description. In the back of my mind, I've often wondered what would happen if the kind of buildings I design went out of fashion. Instagram has been a great source of inspiration to help me stay current, but it also helps me explain new ideas to clients by showing them similar work done by other architects. In the past few months, I've noticed 6 architecture trends on Instagram that might be coming to a new home near you. I'm going to show you each of these and explain why I think they're relevant in 2023. They are exposed roof beams, elevations with depth, screens, triple glazing, matching wall and roof cladding, and interior wall panels. I've put chapters in the description so you can skip ahead. I should also say that none of the images are mine. I will show the Instagram account with each image, and I've also put links in the description below, so check those out. And hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. Okay, a lot of what I'm going to show you in this video represents a move away from minimalism, towards more expressive and complex designs with multiple materials and exposed structural features, as well as using elements of the building to layer space and create drama. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Let's start with exposed roof beams. I have several projects under construction where the rafters or roof beams are exposed inside the building. I'm not doing this for stylistic reasons, and I'm sure these other architects aren't either. Exposed roof beams are becoming more common in construction projects due to the shift towards warm roofs, where the insulation is entirely above the roof beams. This approach is replacing cold or ventilated roofs, which required insulation to be installed between the beams. By placing the insulation on top of the beams, the space feels taller and the insulation is more effective. Architects in the UK are using Douglas fir beams in their projects because it's readily available and of high quality. Douglas fir timber is known for its strength and durability, making it an excellent choice for roof beams. Plus, high quality timber with fewer knots is available at a reasonable price. As construction practices continue to evolve towards better insulation, it is likely that we will see more exposed roof beams in buildings. Timber is also experiencing a resurgence in popularity as an architectural material. It's a sustainable and renewable resource that can be used in a variety of applications. You'll see what I mean as we go on. Next up, we have elevations with depth. What I mean by this is a move away from flat, bland exteriors in favor of more dynamic and three-dimensional facades. This approach involves adding contours and features to the building's external appearance to create a sense of volume and visual interest. The use of depth in architecture is not a new concept. It's been used for centuries in buildings such as Gothic cathedrals, where the intricate detailing and ornamental carvings on facades created texture and added interest. However, the recent trend towards elevations with depth involves the application of this principle in a modern context. Architects such as Neil McLaughlin are at the forefront of this trend. He incorporates depth into his designs in various ways. His buildings never seem to have flat exterior walls. The use of depth in elevations creates a more engaging and dynamic appearance, breaking up the monotony of flat surfaces and adding visual interest to the building's elevation. It can also create opportunities for shading and ventilation, contributing to the building's energy efficiency and sustainability. I think we're going to see a lot more of this as architects and the general public move away from minimalism. People want buildings with character, and depth is a great way to provide that. Screens. These began showing up on my Instagram feed recently, and there seem to be a lot of them. One of the primary uses of screens is to provide shading from the sun, helping to reduce the amount of solar heat gain in a building and improve its energy efficiency. Screens can also be used for privacy, to partition spaces, or to add an element of visual interest to an otherwise plain building. Screens can be constructed from a wide range of materials, including metal, wood, stone, and glass. They can be designed as open screens, allowing airflow and natural light to pass through, or as solid screens that provide more complete shading and privacy. In addition to their functional benefits, screens can also contribute to the aesthetic quality of a building. Screens can be used to create visual depth and texture on the elevation, breaking up large expanses of flat surface and adding a sense of rhythm and movement to the building's appearance. As the video goes on, you will see that the trends I've listed in the video often occur together. Triple glazing is becoming more prevalent to meet the need for low-energy buildings. This is the ideal time to mention the sponsor of today's video. Sunflex UK design and manufacture high-quality aluminium patio doors and windows, including triple glazing that achieves a U-value of 0.8. Look at the difference in thickness between these two Sunflex frames. This one is standard double glazing, and this one is for triple glazing. I made a video about how their products enhance this project of mine, including the cost of that glazing. Check out the video. I put a link up here and also in the description below. The next emerging architecture trend I've noticed on Instagram is matching the cladding on the roof with the external walls. Using the same material for both the exterior wall and the roof can help create a sense of unity and cohesion in the building's design, while also simplifying the construction process by allowing for a single trade to install all the cladding. Doing this with metal cladding like zinc is not that uncommon, but using timber cladding on a roof is a relatively new feature. Given that a traditional slate or tile roof is a form of rain screen, just like timber cladding, I don't see any technical issues with this. You can even design in a concealed gutter under the boards, and this will give the roof edge a slick, clean visual appearance. Using the same cladding on the roof will give a building a strong aesthetic appearance, but I don't think it should be used on anything larger than a house, otherwise the effect will be overwhelming. Overall, matching the cladding on the roof with the external walls is a trend that offers both aesthetic and practical benefits, and its popularity is likely to continue. I haven't tried this one myself, but I'm open to the idea. And the last Instagram architecture trend I've come across recently are wall panels. Wall panels can be made from a wide range of materials, including wood, metal, stone, glass, and even fabric, and can be used to create both subtle accents and a dramatic feature wall. Wall panels can be used to highlight specific architectural elements, such as stairs or windows, drawing attention to these features and creating a cohesive visual design throughout the building. They can also be used to create unique and personalized interior spaces, such as feature walls in bedrooms or bathrooms. It is possible to overdo it though. This place looks hideous. But on balance, I really like the idea of wall panels, and I will be suggesting it to my clients because, frankly, I'm getting sick of plasterboard, or drywall as it's known in America. It's the lazy option, and it can be a bit tedious. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you might know that I recently asked you guys what new or emerging architectural methods and materials I should discuss in my videos. And you gave me a lot of things to work on, so I will be making a follow-up to this video looking at materials rather than architectural features. If you know of any new or innovative construction materials or methods I should be investigating, let me know in the comments and I'll take a look. My name is Neil, and I've been a self-employed architect in the UK since 2009. I regularly make videos about the reality of altering and extending private homes, as well as issues affecting the construction industry and the architecture profession. If you like the sound of that, please subscribe to the channel. I make new videos every week.